Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm really excited to share this interview with Cal with you. For those of you who are new to me or don't quite know me yet, I'm Natasha. I'm a success mastery coach for women who want to unlock their ultimate up level. Now, Cal is a member of my Ultimate Uplevel Academy, and we're around halfway through at the moment. And she's going to be sharing some of the incredible things that have happened for her since she's been in the academy. It's been around, I think, 11 weeks now. And Cal is an extremely high achieving woman who has had really successful careers in corporate and also entrepreneurship, but felt like something was missing from that. So I'm going to hand you over to Cal now, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about her and what she does. So over to you, Cal.
Thank you, Natasha. I used to find it so easy to be successful in the corporate world, and I actually loved what I did. And after a spate of being so successful, I kind of got to a level where I wasn't satisfied with what I was doing. It felt pointless, So I've always run projects, and I always have a track record of achieving seemingly impossible things. So I just jumped into entrepreneurship, just decided I was going to set up a business, went for it. I got into six figures within the first year. It was well on track to earn that. I had a list of over 3,000, but I hated it. Like, I really didn't enjoy it. And I just felt like I was good at some bits, but not all of it. And I just didn't want to carry on. I didn't want to be known for that. And on the side, I had actually worked with somebody to launch a business that was a true passion of mine, and it went wrong. And it was the first project in my entire life that ever didn't complete and wasn't a raving success. And I've just found since then, I was stumbling along and not doing anything. And I can't believe, right, today, in one day, I've actually done my website for my new business, which is truly my passion. And I just can't believe it in one day. It's been years I haven't known what I wanted to do, and I haven't known how to say things. My worst fear was meeting somebody and them saying, "So what do you do?" I used to hate it. And I'm an extrovert.
With that.
I love meeting people, and I've run my own entrepreneurship gatherings, and it was like, I hate that question. So I've arrived, and I feel like today is my little private coming out party. You're the first person to know this, by the way, Natasha. And I've basically branded myself the launch collaborator, because I'm all about doing new, innovative things. And I've combined that with my passion of people doing what they love for a living. I absolutely want people to be able to be out there and earn the money they deserve and do what they love, and just see how easy it is to love your job and not feel like a job, and just to be able to carve out your own career. So I launched that today, quietly, as in hit live. It's draft, but it's out there.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's really important, actually, that you've been, I think, courageous enough to share that you had that time in your life that sort of threw you for a couple of years, really threw you in terms of what you wanted to do, how you felt about business, especially as well, but that you didn't give up and you've come back stronger than ever through that process. So would you share a little bit with people about what attracted you to signing up for the Ultimate Uplevel Academy?
So I spent about 7 years actually since I left the corporate world, so that's a long time. I've always invested in myself. I've always done courses, I've had mentors, I've had coaches, you name it, spiritual, practical, business, the works. So on one of my groups, I managed to get hold of a video of you doing a success in printing, I think it was. It was just you talking, and I was like, oh, I like this. I didn't even know what RTT was at the time. I didn't even know what it is you did. I just went into a meditation, and I just can't explain how I felt invincible after that. I was skipping around, I was feeling so good. And then followed all the strategies, and I was already signed up to 2 or 3 courses at the same time, just because I really was so focused on just getting my thing nailed and getting out there and doing it. And a year later, nothing had changed. nothing. It was like, I've done all these courses, I've got all this knowledge, and I just can't do anything with it. And I'm still sitting here, I don't know what I want to do, just feeling so And I basically asked for, I wanted to watch that again, and it wasn't around anymore. And I was like, no. So then I stalked you, found your group. And as soon as I joined your group, I just knew I wanted something, and I didn't know what it was, but I wanted something. And it happened to coincide with the Ultimate Uplevel Academy starting. And I was sitting there wondering whether I was brave enough to do 101 or do the academy. And I didn't know, but I just did the academy. That's what I did in the end. Yeah.
So it sounds like you watched one of my old guest expert memberships from when I was trained in another modality, and obviously they got taken down because I developed my own modality. And yeah, so it sounds like that's how you found me originally. And what was it particularly about the Ultimate Uplevel Academy that drew you to it, do you think?
Do you know, I'm not really sure. You know, all the blurb that you put out, right? Half of it I will look at and I will say, nah, you know, not at all. Like, you'd say, oh, you're an imposter. I'm like, no, like, I'm hugely successful. I've got big balls. I can do whatever I want, you know? But the other half, I was like, they resonated with me, and they hit points. Every single saboteur type that you know, label the 4, there's something in each of them that I'll look at and go, that's me.
Yeah.
But I felt like I had a big hole, and on the outside it was like, what do I do? But on the inside it was like, I'm just not good enough. And I think through that, I've just seen that I had to do it. I don't know if you remember, and I'm hoping you don't, but you might. I don't know if you remember, but even before, I mean, I signed up in way early, months before it started. And I emailed you beforehand and was like, oh, I don't know if this is good. Can't remember the words I used, but I was like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if it's going to work. And I just had a massive wobble about what the hell am I thinking? Another course. I have no idea if it will work or not. Who are you? Like, what have I done? Like,
yeah. Oh. I do remember. But you decided to go ahead, and what changed for you, and how quick did you see changes, really?
Oh, in the course, straight away. Like, before it started, I'm sure you get this a lot, things started to shift on the outside before it started. I can't remember what happened. Like, there were so many things that have happened. Like, I've had a flat I've been trying to rent out, and that was going to be my main source of income, and I haven't worked in over a year. Because I consciously decided I don't want distractions. I don't want to do what I don't want to do. So until I figure it out, I'm going to force myself to, you know, do nothing or just try and work it out. And out of nowhere, I got a tenant approach me, and I was like, where in this environment, like, how the hell can that happen? You know, it's been mad.
Queen.
It's been mad, yeah. And then in the course, wow. I think people are going to start with the right modules for them, because my biggest one was the first one, Lead with Love. That my biggest saboteur was the overgiver, for sure. I never put myself first. I didn't value myself, didn't love myself, didn't think I was worth anything. I can say that out loud now, but I would never have said that. I didn't even know that. And yet everything I did was reflective of that. I kept deflecting attention away from myself by taking care of everyone else around me. You know, I committed to myself I would take the year to figure mine out. And there I was, like, driving down to my parents because, you know, they'd like to see me, or they needed me, or, you know, and I was constantly running around for everyone else. And I was like, I don't know how anyone can get any day's work done. There's so much to be done. And none of it was for me.
Yeah. I think so many women especially will relate to that. We are always doing for others and never really putting ourselves first. But I think it's really interesting what you said there, how you didn't, it's like the saboteurs resonate with you, but you didn't realize till you actually did the work how much they were impacting you. So I think that's quite an important thing to share, because even there's been clients where they started with a saboteur that wasn't their biggest saboteur, and they were just like completely blown away by the transformation that happened, because we all have all 4 saboteurs in us, impacting on us, even if we don't fully realize it.
And it's funny you say that, because imposter was our last module, and I would say I don't have that in me. It's so minor, but actually that one pushed me over an edge. It pushed me over a boundary that that not knowing what I want to do was all down to just lack of faith and trust in myself, and a complete fear of everyone else and everything around me, that I'd just gone into some kind of cage and shell, which is so not me. I'm an extrovert, I can't be like that. But I was like hiding and keeping myself busy and not doing anything really, and so it turns out that that was the one that helped me propel the most forward in a way.
And now you've found your true passion. It's quite innovative and original, the launch collaborator. I'm really excited to see how that develops. And something you've been procrastinating around for years, because you haven't actually known like what it is. You've now created and launched your website in a day, which is like,
it's mad. I've never done that before. I mean, I've sat and tried to learn websites for years. I've even asked people to help me, but never quite got around to getting it done, But the funny thing you say about the innovation is, and it's new, I've always wanted to do this. It just looks so clear now, and how I'm doing it is different. And I've stopped tripping myself up over issues like, am I a coach? No. Am I a consultant? No. Am I this? And I was like, I'm a collaborator. Like, I work hand in hand with people on their project with them. And it's just so exciting. And also opening myself up to the bits of me that I couldn't understand or explain, the intuitive side that I use when I'm talking to somebody, the fact that I don't know how I do it, but I can just see through what they're saying to what's in their very hearts, and I get rid of all the stuff that's in the head. And I find that so easy, and like I can pinpoint when somebody's not being 100% open, or and it gets me such incredible results. I love doing it, but I've done it my whole life. I've done it for over 20 years.
And that's it. It's almost like recognizing and giving yourself permission to bring all of you to your work, and that's what you are doing now. Did you see any changes in sort of personal life as well?
Oh my God, don't start me off. So the overgiver side, right? For somebody who doesn't value themselves, and my biggest love language is, I was ashamed to say out loud, gifts. And I was like, how shallow is that? Actually, sorry, it's my second. My first one is quality time. And I didn't realize how much I love receiving gifts, but I just can't. I could not receive gifts to save my life. Like, I'd spend money on other people, but I wouldn't want them spending money on me. And it came to, I had a big birthday just during that module, and my partner told me that he wanted to buy me a gift. And the thing is, I went shopping. It was for this diamond necklace. I went shopping, and I was like, I wanted something that was really expensive, and I was like, oh, I can't have that. And I came on the group and I was like, I can't have it. And then I went back to the shop again, and the lady's like, why? And after a few chats, and just something just unlocked, and I was like, I'm worth it. How often do I do this? I can have it. And I ended up getting not that necklace that I saw that was nearly £1,000. I got one custom made in platinum, and that was much more valuable. And I was like, and he was happy to pay for it. And that's kind of monetary-ish, but it opens me up to allowing him to connect with me how he wants to, because I feel I've been blocking people from helping me and loving me. And
yeah, it's all about receiving, isn't it? And if you're blocked from receiving love in the way that most makes you feel loved, you're blocked from receiving other things too, like more money, more success, more abundance. So it's all symbolic of the block you had around receiving, which is now gone.
And a lot of issues around boundaries. Like, I didn't even know what a boundary was. I've read books on it. I've had other course teachers tell me about it. I didn't quite understand it. And you explained it in such a way that I was like, oh, that's quite easy. But it's the way you not only explain what it is, but you also make it really easy to get past it. It's just, you make things so simple. And I was like, oh, so I started putting some stuff into practice, not even overtly consciously or whatever, but just being aware of it. And I remember going home to my parents and having an amazing time with my mum and dad. This was so funny. I was in the hallway and my dad was in the living room, my mum was in the kitchen, and like my dad was calling me, my mum was calling me, and I was like, oh, I feel like that little child who's like, they're both fighting to play with me. And I was like, Mum, I'm just with dad for a minute, I'll be over with you in a minute. And I got to spend time with both of them, and also with my brother and my sisters, like one-on-one time that I really, really value. That was just so wonderful. I remember coming back thinking, wow, like I can't remember having such a loving, fruitful, collaborative, like connected time with my family ever. Oh, I have to tell you one thing though. Oh my God. It's only one day, but one day, oh my God, I have never in my entire life, I'm going to try not to cry, but woke up feeling so happy to be me. Like, it was incredible. And I was like,
right now.
I've never felt like this in my entire life. It was amazing. I was like, wow. And I remember distinctly, it was the 2nd of September, but it's the first working day after my birthday. And I felt like I was ready for the world. And I had nothing on the diary, nothing to do. Like, it wasn't like I had something to wake up for. It was just because. And I was like, wow, it's possible to feel like this. Wow. And I want to feel like that all the time. It's like, right. You know, and I think I've raised my happiness vibe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just happier. I feel more, now I'm going to start with all the adjectives, but I feel more whole. I feel more free. Oh my God, I feel like that powerful kid I used to be. And I feel like that powerful little person who knew nothing when she joined the corporate world and went on for so many promotions and pay rises. Like, I used to get 2 pay rises in the same year. It was unheard of. Like, I was on such a trajectory. And I feel like that courageous person now again.
I love that.
Thank you.
What, you did the hard work? I just gave you the tools to
just.
You're someone who's obviously done a lot of courses and has achieved a lot, you know, in, like, say, in corporate and entrepreneurship. What do you think is different about the academy then? So it's not like these other courses haven't been good, but what's different about the academy, do you think?
Do you know what? I think it's because you work on all the different levels. It has to be. It's also because the example you set, like, there's one thing telling me to do a certain thing or showing me something, you know, or telling me something's possible, but showing me, it's like, and I'll look at you and you kind of demonstrate the stuff that I say to people, like, you know, you can have it whatever way you want. And then I see it in action through you, and it's like, yeah, you can. And do you know, the biggest problem I've had with all the courses I've done is they're very, problem's probably the wrong way to put it, but they're very singularly focused. So it's all about, okay, get to this income level or launch your business or do this or do that. And it's very singularly focused. Nothing takes into account you as a person. Yeah. Completely. Or they're the other way around. They're completely spiritual and they're all about feel good and take time out, but they're not about the practical side. And you bring both together so beautifully. Yeah, and it's really, and sometimes it's just magic.
I just like to think it's magical. Without sounding corny, without sounding too corny, of course. But yeah,
sometimes it is. And I think all your clients who've been through it, whether they've seen it or not, once they kind of recognize it, they're like, oh yeah, that is a bit magical, isn't it?
Well, thank you for sharing that. It's always interesting to see, like, why is this working? Like, I believe that my course is completely unique, of course, but, you know, it's good to hear it from other people. What's different about it? Why do you think it works? And for anybody watching, of course. What might you say to somebody then who is thinking of joining?
That one's so easy. If you're even thinking about it, stop. Just join. Like, don't think about it.
Just do it.
Because if you're thinking about it, there's obviously an appeal. You know, because the thing is, you'll either bypass it completely or you'll stop and think. And the thing is, if you're stopping, there's a reason. Don't let it pass you by. The opportunity is amazing and it'll touch you in so many ways, so many more ways than you could possibly imagine, you know.
Thank you so much.
I know I'm a better girlfriend. I know I'm a better daughter. I know I'm a better business partner. And I know I'm a better person in general. And I'm only halfway.
And you're only halfway. I know. How exciting. What more is to come? I don't know if there is anything better than that based on what you said, but
there's always more, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be really.
You know what? By the end, I come back and I want to be able to share my biggest success, because I have no doubt there'll already be one before the end of the course.
This is already amazing. Like, this is
undeniable, I suppose.
changing. It's life-changing stuff, isn't it?
It is.
And anybody watching who feels drawn to your lovely, bubbly energy and your exciting new launch collaborator business, where can they find out more about you?
They can have a look at my website. Apologies in advance, it's in draft, but it's thelaunchcollaborator.com/home.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, that's it from us today. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions about the Ultimate Uplevel Academy, just reach out. I'll be happy to answer those for you. Bye for now.